and education. The standoff ended after 3 days, and some of the men were returned to their cells. The screws hand-picked men who they believed to be the instigators and sent them to the SSU, solitary confinement. On returning to their cells 3 days later, they wrecked their cells and embarked on protest, where they refused to shave or cut their hair, and also deposit their excrement and urine onto the landings. This continued whilst negotiations were going on between the prison authorities, independent facilitators, and the Republican political hostages to break the deadlock that existed. Finally, on August 12, 2010, an agreement was reached and signed by all 3 parties, whereby the prison authorities said that they would introduce a boss chair, a bodily orifice security scanner, which would mean that it would be unnecessary for these men to be strip searched. So the Republican political hostages waited for this agreement to be implemented, as they were told that it would take time to get things in order. But as history always seems to repeat itself, the prison reneged on the agreement, while some of the men went ahead and conformed to strip searching and the new search techniques. One, for example, open your mouth and wiggle your tongue. 6 of the men refused to comply and therefore were labelled as the non-conforming group. These were Dee McLaughlin, Colin Duffy, Harry Fitzsimmons, Gerard McManus, Kevin Barry Nolan and Brendan Conway. During the months that followed, the protest continued unabated as more men joined the protest, which now stands at 15 men, who on the 6th of May 2011 embarked on the second dirty protest and still continue to this day. Now, as a mother, let me explain to you what it's like having 2 small children to take to a bigoted sectarian establishment. Many times the children were not able to see their daddy due to internal problems that culminate into vicious beatings by the screws. Therefore, they would never allow the hostage to come out bruised, bloodied or beaten, so the screws would tell the children their daddy didn't want to see them, which is a blatant lie. Let me explain to you what it's like to get into the jail only to be refused to visit. We at first get a bus, which has visitors for criminals, loyalists and druggies on board. We go through many control doors, turnstiles, metal detectors. We are physically hand searched, photographed and fingerprinted, all whilst being monitored by CCTV surveillance. We also must go through the dog search, which disturbed my children as they are petrified of dogs. Their first experience of this traumatised them, with them pulling in the hallway and crying to get looked at. I was actually allowed to lift Damien aged 3. All I could do was tell my daughter Erin to close her eyes. As I held her tightly by my side, she turned into me and squeezed her face into my stomach, whilst crying and grabbing and clutching my clothes tightly. I could feel my daughter shaking in fear. On a good day, sorry. It's anywhere from 30 minutes to 1 hour. While I'm trying to explain this procedure to you, I hope that you keep Dee Dee's words in your mind, and remember in addition that none of these men receive a proper diet, medical attention or exercise. Since Dee Dee has been released on the 23rd of December 2011, Dee Dee still seeks medical attention for his injuries received whilst interned in McGarry jail. Harassment continues for everyday Republicans out on the street. You're followed for no reason, you're stopped for no reason, all because you're a Republican. Houses and cars continually searched and children terrorised to the point of wetting themselves. An example of this harassment would be last Easter, a well-known Republican activist known as Marion Price, aged 57, was arrested for simply being in a cemetery honouring her dead. She had been interned in an all-male prison and placed in solitary confinement, which had been detrimental to her physical and mental well-being. Due to her rapidly declining health, she has now been transferred to a secure women's prison, known as Hyde Bank, where she lies on a hospital bed. Doctors have said that she is unfit to stand trial, and this is because Marion held a piece of paper on a windy day. Marion has already served her time and received a royal prerogative of mercy after being force-fed and tortured at the hands of the Brits. However, this pardon has mysteriously vanished. How convenient. All Marion wants is what Connolly, Pearce and Tone wanted: a sovereign nation free from British oppressors. Have no doubt that the horrors on the daily basis that exist in the north of Ireland are very, very real. There is no peace. There has been no peace. And to be honest with you, we don't see any peace in the near future. Republicans continue to educate the world of the horrors that exist. We also ask if anyone has been impacted by this. We have ongoing mailing campaigns of cards of support. If anyone would like any details, see myself, Sue or Joe. We continue to fundraise for the children of currently incarcerated political hostages so the children can have a Christmas. We continue to take to the streets to raise awareness, to rally support for our children's tomorrows. As quoted by Bobby Sands, our revenge will be the laughter of our children. Thank you for your time, and I feel very blessed to have had this opportunity to share our experiences with you. I would like to let you know that there are prison crafts, letters and other items being exhibited here today. Feel free to have a look. Our future is with the children of today. Chucky Arla, August Burbua, support the POWs.
Good morning. As Emmett said, my name is Joe Flaherty, and I am the Waterbury Connecticut AOH Freedom for All Ireland Committee Coordinator and Freedom for All Ireland for the state of Connecticut. We who have gathered here today in solemn remembrance of the 1916 Easter Uprising have heard many things. We have heard readings of some of the most important and pertinent, powerful documents in Irish history. We have heard what our men and women in British prisons are going through today. And we've heard how this oppression from an alien government has affected the families of those imprisoned. Like Tone and Emmett before them, the heroes of 1916 and 1981 didn't make the ultimate sacrifice for a gentler, more amiable, more tolerable form of storming. No. Their cause, their sacrifice, was for the unity and freedom of the Irish people. For what died the sons of Roisin? The hired liars of the enemy would have you believe that the struggle in Ireland is over. Republicans before us didn't lay down their lives for anything less than a united Ireland. Therefore, standing on that proud and splendid Republican principle, we will accept nothing less than a 32-county Ireland, united, Gaelic, and free. The following is James Connolly's last statement given to his daughter Nora on the eve of his murder by the British. To the Field General Court-Martial held at Dublin Castle on May 9th, 1916. I do not wish to make any defense except against charges of wanton cruelty to prisoners. These trifling allegations that have been made, if they record the facts that really happened, deal only with the almost unavoidable instances of a hurried uprising against a long-established authority, and nowhere show evidence to set purpose to wantonly injure unarmed persons. We went out to break the connection with the British Empire, we went out to break the connection between this country and the British Empire, and to establish an Irish Republic. We believed that the call then issued to the people of Ireland was a nobler call, in a holier cause than any call issued to them during this war, or having any connection with the war. We succeeded in proving that Irishmen are ready to die. Endeavoring to win for Ireland those national rights which the British government had been asking them to die for in Belgium. As long as that remains the case, the cause of Irish freedom is safe. Believing that the British government has no right in Ireland, never had any right in Ireland, and never can have any right in Ireland, the presence in any one generation of Irishmen, of even a respectable minority, ready to die to affirm that truth, makes that government forever a usurpation and a crime against human progress. I personally thank God that I have lived to see the day when thousands of Irish men and boys and hundreds of Irish women and girls were ready to affirm that truth and to attest it with their lives if need be. James Connolly, Commandant General, Dublin Division, Army of the Irish Republic. Even facing death, Connolly, as evidenced, was a defiant and unrepentant to the foreign oppressor, as he ever was. This unshakable defiance should be our foundation that we need to stand on. And so, as this program comes to a close, as we eat breakfast and commune with our brethren, remember those that gave the ultimate sacrifice in 1916, in 1981, and those who continue to suffer today under a continued British occupation. I would like to thank Father Bob Mazzella, Callie and John McGrain, who will be providing the entertainment today, the dignitaries and guests of the AOH, Cumann Saoirse, our guests from Belfast, and the Freedom for Ireland Committee for today. Thank you very much. Please enjoy your breakfast.
They hung out the flag of war. It was better to die beneath an Irish sky than at Sulnor and Sudelbar. And from the place of royalty, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's hunt their long-range guns sailing through the foggy dew. Thank you.